Hello, I hope you are doing well. My name is Matt. This is Stock Speedrun number 1 for the weekend of April 16th, 2022. Happy Easter, happy Passover. I believe there were a few other holidays happening this weekend also, so happy whatever it is you happen to celebrate. If you are unfamiliar with what a Stock Speedrun is, you can check this video description for an explanation and a disclaimer as to its content. Let's go ahead and hit the magic button here and see what it's got for us. These aren't just therapeutics, no. They are better therapeutics. I kind of hate this company already because if you have to specifically say that you're better, you're probably not better. Let's see if the chart agrees with me. A little bit, because this seems to do nothing but go down at a surprisingly steady clip. Except for this. Except for this little bump in October with this massive volume and this massive price spike, only for it to continue down its descent. If it goes any lower, it's going to start having a problem with NASDAQ compliance. And there may be a reverse split in its future. And if you've watched any of these videos, you kind of know how I feel about reverse splits already. It's kind of the death knell for a company. Let's see what the rest of this chart looks like. 1 year, 5 years... oh, this was, ooh, okay, you know what? I think I know what's going on here. This was a SPAC. This was a SPAC prior to October, November, roughly, of last year, because only a SPAC could have a price this steady, only for it to then start behaving like a normal chart later on. And I'll bet that spike I saw was due to the announcement of the merge, or the merge actually happening, something like that. Let's see, can I inspect this? What's the range on this? The 1st, 29th, 28th. Where's the 30th and 30th? Oh, you know what? That might have been a weekend. Okay. So I'm pretty sure I know the entire, just based on what I just said, just based on the analysis I just did of this chart, I'm pretty sure I know the entire company at this point. Let's see, the develop prescription digital... What the hell are digital therapeutics? Is that, are those pills you take over the interwebs? No, probably not. Behavioral therapists, behavioral therapy for patients with type 2 diabetes, and other... This thing that I'm not going to try to pronounce. Develop pipeline products include BT001 for type 2 diabetes, BT002 for type 2 diabetes and hypertension. 003 for hypertension, 004 for hyper... I'm not going to try to pronounce that one either. Behavioral therapy. I guess online behavioral therapy? That's what the digital part is? I mean, that kind of makes sense to me. And I see... Interesting that I see that the articles only really go back to 5 months. I can't even see any articles about what it was like pre-SPAC. If I had hit on this pre-SPAC, would this have been one of those SPACs that I hate, where there is zero information to go off of, and I literally have to take a shot in the dark on it? I think so, because there's literally nothing prior to 5 months ago, prior to the merge. In fact, it looks like, just based on the chart, it looks like the merge, this spiked on November 1st. That's either when the merge happened or when the merge was announced. And the news apparently only begins to start the exact very next day on November 2nd. That is wonderful. Okay, so what is the news that they decided to announce right after? Actually, you know, I wonder if, because of Yahoo, the articles for its SPAC company, maybe they just don't show up here. Could this possibly be due to how Yahoo decides what articles to show for certain companies? Maybe. I would like to understand what SPAC this was at some point, though. Maybe the chat room can tell me, because I want to look into that. Stratosphere. Is it? You and I have a very different definition of stratosphere. What happened? Nothing happened. What the hell do you think? What do we know about this company? Jack shit. They had good results in the trials, did they? Were there articles to that? I didn't see nothing, but then again, I didn't look. So, you know, that kind of makes sense. All I see is a bunch of appointments. This Mass General. Wait, is that his name? Or is that? Oh, I think that's a name. That's the name of another company. Appoints Major General. No, actually, maybe it's the name of a person. Is Mass General a? Is Mass General a rank? I don't think so. I don't think so. Collaboration with Mass General Brigham. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the name of a company. But then you have Major General Elder Granger, which is a person. This is very confusing. And then you have this person who is apparently of probably of Hispanic heritage, Iago Licias de Oliveira. Oliveira? Is a chief people officer, whatever the hell that is. Sounds like some liberal bullshit. I'm just kidding. Completes enrollment of pivotal trial. Oh, is this the good trials that guy was talking about? And then appoints these people as. Oh wait, that's just one person. Deepti Sodhi Jaggi. Fascinating. Prescription, digital therapeutics, being developed, blah, blah, blah. Exceeded its target enrolling 6. Oh, exceeded its target in enrollment. Okay. Demonstrate that use can meaningfully improve upon the standard of care. On behalf of all patients living with type 2 diabetes not reaching the by using medications. If positive, study results. Okay, so this is just an article about the setup of the study. Has the study been completed? Highlights recent progress and updates outlook. Participate to upcoming investor events, enrolls first patient real-world evidence study. Announces this thing, whatever that is. Educational symposium. Announces positive primary endpoint data. Okay, this might be what I'm looking for. This is fourth quarter, full year. Participate in Burnham. Announces key milestones and updates. I want to see both of those. Prescription. I mean, already I feel like these articles don't have much interesting to say, because if they did, you would think this chart would go somewhere, and it's not. But you know, let's see. Have an open mind. I know it's not my strong suit, but I try. Open label, randomized, controlled, parallel group. That's a lot of adjectives. Trial enrolled 669 adults. Participants were randomized to receive standard of care with or without BT001. Point was, and the primary efficacy endpoint was a difference in mean change from baseline in A1C after 90 days of treatment. Included a diverse participants had long-standing type 2 diabetes. Showed highly statistically significant improvement in A1C between the intervention and control groups. And then you have these numbers, which are some statistics mumbo-jumbo that I never learned to understand properly. I assume that this means a good thing. Maybe. Clinically meaningful changes occurred in 42.7... Okay, well, I can understand this. 42.7% of the group receiving standard of care in BT001. 25.4% in the group receiving standard of care alone. When you look at it this way, that's not much of a difference. Yeah, difference of 17.3%. The difference is less than the change in the original group that didn't receive that special care. That's gotta mean something. Is this really of good statistical significance? I don't know, that's for some nerds to figure out. Excuse me. We believe this demonstrates use of BTO significantly improved. Yeah, I guess so. Ongoing and is expected to be completed in Q2. Q2 is almost over. Better hurry it up. Well, this was from March. There was a newer article, wasn't there? Yeah, here, April 6th. New key milestones. Leading Liver Clinical Research Center. Quarter of American adults affected by Oh wait, this isn't talk about. Oh no, wait, this is talk about diabetes, including 7% of diabetes patients. There, BT001. Long-term durability of effect and cost of care in diverse population treated or remote. Study follows the release of primary endpoint data for BT001. For 61% of patients lowered, reduced. Actually, this is different. Oh, is this because the 90 days are finally up? This was an intermediary. This is an intermediary update, wasn't it? I think so. Difference following is an overview of key takeaways from the 90-day... Oh, no, it's not. Well, why does this say 32.7? I'm sorry, I'm trying to... 51% of patients lowered A1C. 43% lowered it by a greater, with only 20% of the control group achieved the same reduction. So that 25% and 61%, where here it says the 25% is still the same, but they seem to have magically upped that 42% to 61. These are sus numbers. Very, very, Okay, alright, that's enough of looking at this stuff. I mean, it sounds a little promising, maybe? But if people actually believed in it, you would think the price would go somewhere, and, sorry to say it's not. Let me go back to those conversations. Anyone on the call this morning? Here we go. Redemption rate is at play here. Rumored to be around 91%. Possible tomorrow? Yeah, in your dreams, bud. Because 29? Never, probably. Unless it splits. Maybe. Actually, no, that would make it worse. No, that would make it better. Maybe. I don't know. I can't think. Already hit bottom now. I was hoping to get a figure out what SPAC this was. I don't know. Yeah, SPAC. I want to know what the SPAC was. Public through SPAC. Yeah, October 29th. Boom. That's when that article was published. 29th. September 9th. A little earlier on the timeline. That's interesting. Expects, so it was known. Put proceeds towards first digital therapeutic. Can I inspect this chart a little closer? I want to take a closer look at this. Yeah. Date range, I want to see, because it all went down in late October. I want to see, let's say that Wednesday through this Friday. I have 15 minutes? Is that possible? Chart says no. Because Yahoo is garbage. Why can't we have nice things? I want to know why it went up on the 1st. Ooh, no, that's right. Look, I forgot. 30th and 31st is missing. This 29th was a Friday. It must have been announced after hours. Yes! 4:04 p.m. Shabam! Okay, that explains the spike on... where am I going? That explains the spike on this day, because this is a Monday. This is the first trading day after that announcement, because no one knew by Friday. I mean, I guess they knew, because this came out in September. So I don't know why there wasn't a spike with this, but there was a spike with this. You can't explain that. Oh, and look, we finally found the name of the SPAC. Mountain Crest Acquisition Corp 2. I want to search that also. Or is a few days after completing merger. In the second day of trading. No, that's actually technically not true. November 1st was the first day of trading after going public. This is fake news. Began trading as a public company on Friday. The shareholders approved the combination. Did it? Why didn't the chart move on Friday then? That doesn't make any sense. Why would it wait until Monday to move? And then why would this article specifically... Where was that one? Why would this article specifically say that it's published after hours? Maybe it wasn't the SPAC, it was the news of what they were going to do with the money, because that article said that they were going to put that money toward, I don't know, some kind of research stuff. Maybe that's what did it? I don't know. It's an interesting circumstance and case analysis for chart movements around SPACs, which is always fascinating, to be honest. Anyway, I'm not talking about SPACs, I'm not talking about charts. Well, I guess I am talking about charts, but mostly I'm talking about better therapeutics and whether or not I think it's a buy, sell, or hold as per the options presented to me by these buttons. Oh, I really want to give this a sell. Just based on the fact that it looks like every other company that I have ever seen heading into NASDAQ non-compliance and thus is forced to do a reverse split, which again is the death knell for a company in my opinion. I have never... Actually, have I never? I was about to say, I've never seen a company have a reverse split and then the price be able to crawl itself back. Or the company doing really anything good after that. But I'm trying to think right now if that's a true statement. Have I really never seen a company come back from a reverse split? I don't think I have. I can't think of one. I mean, there are several that I know of that had reverse splits, some of which I traded and owned because I was an idiot at the time and didn't know what reverse splits were. I just saw stuff going up and I clicked the buy button because I'm a dumbass. Well, I was a dumbass. I mean, you could still argue I'm a dumbass, but I guess I'm a smarter dumbass. At least I like to think I am. So that makes me really want to hit this sell button. Sure, they're going through that trial. I guess it looks good, but you can't really know. And you know, I know I'm no statistician, and I probably shouldn't be commenting on the math of the statistics and what those numbers look like, but they didn't look really all that significant to me. Like, if you were to say 10% in the control group didn't have an effect, and then you say 60% of the BT whatever the hell it was called group had a positive change, a positive effect, then I would say, yeah, there's something there, yeah, I could see it. But between 43 and 25, not to mention the other article that seems to have indiscriminately, without explanation, bumped up that 45 to 61 to 61. I mean, between 61 and 25, yeah, I guess I can see that. But why did the other article say 45 or 43 or whatever it was? I know it was in the 40s. But you know what? Whatever. I think I'm done yammering on enough. I think that if you've made it this far, you can probably tell that I'm already going to hit this sell button, and no rambling that I go through in this end session here can really change my idea. Sometimes when I talk things through with myself in these post-timer when this screen pops up, I gotta choose something these last couple minutes. I kind of talk myself into a different decision than I had initially, So sometimes I like to sit here and I like to think about it, thinking out loud, obviously. Otherwise, it'd be boring if I was thinking silently. That's kind of not what this is about. But not with this one. There's nothing I can sit here and say to myself that would really make me turn around and want to hit something else. So I'm just going to end this here. So, I'm sorry if you like it. If you haven't and you believe in it, I wish you Godspeed, but based on personal experience, I don't see it happening. That's just me, though. Feel free to call me an idiot. And I'll catch you in the next one.